Alright, boys. It's been quite a while since my last Star Augur kill. I actually just completely forgot to do a commentary guide on it, so this is my little commentary and guide thing on Star Augur Etraeus, however you want to say his name, on Mythic difficulty. Now this is patch 7.2 now, so this is slightly different, but I'm just going to go over what I did in the fight and all that good stuff. So in this video, I am using the Ascendance build. I think it's just my favorite. I could see Ice Fury on this fight before, but now that Ice Fury lags behind a little bit, I don't think it's really worth using on this fight, most likely. But let's go ahead and get started. First thing you're going to notice is that I was actually tabbed out until like 2 seconds. So right here I was like, oh crap, so I had like a 1 second late start. But what I like to do in this fight is I always like to look top down at the first phase just to make sure that you can kind of see when the conjunction comes out. But you will also notice that phase 1 is not that important, but I do actually decide to use Ascendance here because normally in previous weeks, my Ascendance would come up in the Fell phase and in the Void phase later on, so you get 3 Ascendances as opposed to 2.
The scariest thing I've seen in my entire life.
So after the first conjunction comes out, you stay spread, and I'm kind of in the middle between the blue marker is going to be the stack point and the purple marker on the other side for my guild. So I'm just staying out here after doing my rotation and waiting for the next conjunction before I move in to into the marker to stack for Frigid Nova. So here I have the crab sign. So I just kind of use a couple. I use the Lava Surge proc and an Earth Shock while moving to that and also getting over to my marker without losing any global cooldowns.
That's a rule on every fight.
So right here, I'm just doing normal rotation, just nothing really exciting. Just kind of going through, doing the goods, doing that deeps. After that Frigid Nova comes out, it's generally safe to spread out a little bit. I went and did it naturally in global cooldowns as to not lose any actual DPS while moving. Now I'm staying a little close to the edge here, just in case I get the icy ejection. So I get the crab sign again. So I see over there that our warrior had it, so I went over to him. So now that that conjunction is over, I get back on the marker again without wasting any global cooldowns. It's very important that if you're going to do the Ascendance build that you plan ahead a little bit and slowly inch towards the marker every chance that you can, since you know you're going to be needing to move there.
Couldn't see it over your head. I was looking. The other yellows broke.
So right here we're about to be going into the Fell phase.
Wasn't really looking at the tank.
Starts at 60%. I just got a Whisper's proc, which I was moderately happy about.
Wow, that's good.
Plus good. Pots.
That's
So again, I'm slightly moving out every chance I can during normal globals. Like I'm spreading a little bit more while I'm casting those the lightning bolts from the Stormkeeper, the instant cast. And I'm getting ready to go over to one of the little meteor things that's falling over in the ground, so I instantly was ready to gust of wind over to drop my Fell in the little meteor thing. Now this is one of the biggest downsides of the fight for running Ascendance over Ice Fury, is that there will be moments like this where you don't have any other choice but to slightly move, since you won't be able to do anything like naturally on the move, like using an Earth Shock or Refreshing Flame Shock, Lava Surge proc, etc. So I try to time it to where I can finish my casts like before I get the debuff for Standing in the Puddle. So I know that right after that there's going to be no more Fell ejections for a little while, right when the first Nova comes out. So I go ahead and I pop my Ascendance here. I pretty much use that Ascendance right as it came off cooldown in hopes that it'll be up later in the fight. Which, as you'll see in this video, it came up 2 seconds after we killed the boss, because our DPS was much higher than it had been in previous weeks. Normally at this point, most guilds, unless it's on farm, are going to be getting a second Fell Nova into a second Grand Conjunction. This is the hardest part of the fight, in my opinion. Since the 7.2, and this is like our third or fourth time killing the boss, our DPS is high enough that we were able to skip that, which prevents usually a couple deaths because there's barely any room to move with all the fell on the ground.
It's coming soon.
So the important thing to note in this fight is that you're always ready to move for the World Devouring Force. It's a high priority movement, so just like use Gust of Wind to get out of the way. Play it safe.
Kill
There's no
this
reason to
guy.
lose yourself here just because you weren't paying attention.
Heads out. Execute phase. Stay on.
So now we are working on the ad that needs to be killed,
Ready to turn.
and I make sure that I have
And spread for
uh,
conjunction.
Elemental Focus buffed Flame Shocks on both targets. I was able to move slightly into that conjunction, the marker,
Force coming.
while again casting other spells.
Red.
So again, just play it safe here. Always pay attention to the timers and know when the World Devouring Force is coming out, or whatever it's called. So again here, just nuking down the boss as much as we can with all the free time that we have. I was looking at my Ascendance cooldown thinking, oh, well, we have one more ad. We'll kill the ad and I'll have it just enough, but the call was made to just stay on the boss because it'll be faster to kill the boss than work on the second big ad that's spawning right now. That thing that should not be. Definitely dotted up though.
Spread for
I went and
conjunction.
dotted it up and made sure I had
Get ready to
Elemental
turn away from
Focus
the
on.
added star. Conjunction. And then turn. And then stay spread.
It's important that when you have to turn for the Witness the Void that the ad does that was a weird glitch.
Go red.
It is important to note again that when you're moving away from Witness of the Void, turning around, that you start a cast. That way you can start a cast, turn around while still casting, and then you can spin back around and finish the cast.
Yeah.
So as you see, the boss died and the sentence just came off cooldown. It's a little unfortunate. 2 Storm Relics. And you see my happiness at 2 Storm Relics. So this was a rank 2 parse on Mythic Star Augur. I definitely could have done a lot better. There were improvements to be made, but just kind of try to copy what I did there. If you choose to run Ascendance, just be mindful of your positioning first and foremost, and make sure that you're always aware of the next mechanics that are coming out because you can instantly wipe the entire raid if you don't. But the other thing that you need to focus on is making sure that you're able to move naturally while casting your instant cast spells or things like that, so you're not really losing any DPS for the movement. If you're able to do that, you can do very well with Ascendance. So that's what I have in this video for you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support, and good luck on Star Augur. See you guys later.